talk to y'all about something real quick. And I think that the video that I put up the first time for the petition to get certain people off of YouTube and Patreon, and see, I don't care, I'll leave too if I have to. This type of terror should not be allowed. Um, and so I'm thinking about taking a break from YouTube and possibly going over to Instagram, or either doing a like a tarot podcast. I've been really thinking about doing more options other than YouTube. I would like to have um I would like to have a platform that I can go and do my broadcasts. Um, but I would like for it to be on a website that would not allow a bunch of trolling and a bunch of foolery. Because I'm going to be honest with you, the type of terrorism that I went through for like the past 6 years was enough to drive somebody up a wall. And luckily, I'm very strong minded. I understand though. So I'm kind of thinking about that a little bit because going back and forth. I mean, even a spiritual war. Like if you're warring back and forth with another witch, and the witch is OCD, she never stops. You try to move on. You try to forget. You try to move on with your life. Live your life like a responsible adult. And, but I understand why people don't want to sign the petition, because I feel like you guys are scared. I feel like you feel if you put your first and last name and your location on a petition, and I'm going to see if you guys can sign anonymously. I'm going to look for another petition service that will allow you to sign without your name showing at all. So I'm going to look that up. And so I may come back with a new petition. And that's okay. That is perfectly fine if people are afraid of that. Because of the nature of these people that we are dealing with, they are United States terrorists. Okay? They go undercover and they go to your house and then they terrorize you for months and months and months afterwards. Okay? So it's not the best environment here on YouTube to begin with. But what I want you guys to consider is that if there is enough of us speaking out and speaking against this, because you know what? I'll leave YouTube completely. Like I will not put one more reading back up on here. Okay? I don't have to put not one reading back up on YouTube. Thinking about going over to Anchor, possibly. Hopefully it will require some kind of login, because I have had enough of it. I have. And to think that, our government basically pays for people to sit around and terrorize people, because trust me, if they had a 3-bedroom house to take care of and to pay bills at, they would not have time to do this. They would have to, and some of them are probably what do they call that? Drug dealers. Okay. So the petition is below in the video description box. I want this guy off of YouTube. He was caught using pictures of people's family. He's constantly threatening people's children. At one point, he even trafficked my child. He trafficked my child. You know what he did? He called my phone. I was in the grocery store, and this maggot recorded my son having a temper tantrum. Played it on YouTube for 2 or 3 years straight. And to prove what? That he's a child trafficker is basically what he was proving. He should not be on YouTube with that garbage. And so if y'all could please sign the petition below. I'm going to see if you guys can sign anonymously. Like I said, I may have to get a different petition. But he needs to be booted and banned off of YouTube as well as Patreon. Okay? Now, for some reason, he still has a Patreon. So basically, he gets paid to terrorize hardworking American citizens. That's what they're doing, basically. Terrorizing people's families on YouTube in broad daylight where everybody can see them. And so I understand why y'all are afraid to sign that petition. The reason why is because you don't want your first and last name listed on there and your location. I totally get that. You know what? If none of y'all from YouTube want to sign, I'll go to other social media networks, Facebook, Instagram. I will make sure that on a weekly basis, that I advertise that petition. Okay. I don't have to just have it come from YouTube. I can get the signatures elsewhere. So I understand totally. If you like, I don't want to be involved with that because then these people will have my first and last name. I personally think that we should also bring it to the attention of the feds because they drop documents and something and somebody needs to get down to the bottom of this. And it is so sick. It is so sick because there was a person that I thought I could trust that literally started to hang with these people. And I think it's disgusting. Proceeding to go live and talk about and attack my children. Now, typically when they are attacking your children, they're also trying to curse your family. This is what happens when witches like me will curse somebody's whole damn family. Listen, when you think about the type of damage, the type of financial damage that could be caused, somebody being harassed on their business channel, the type of psychological damage that could be caused, why would I care about them? My job is to protect me and mine. That's my job. And these people think they're just going to go around and bully people and then laugh it off like it's not that big of a deal. I think that any of them that are in that arena, like I'm not talking about the beef sector. What they do is a little bit different, even though they do drop docs. These people in that black sector, they all, like a lot of them, not all of them. I don't want to say all of them. They don't all deserve to go to jail. But a lot of them do. Well, you know what? I'll tell you the main person that needs to go to jail is Lamar Wills. He needs to go to jail. I cannot take it anymore. The stalking, the backbiting, the harassment, the slander. And I'm going to spend the whole rest of the weekend flagging his channel, flagging his Patreon. He is going to get nothing but flag, 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 flag. He needs to be off of YouTube. Okay, he needs to be off of here. And he needs to be reported to YouTube. YouTube doesn't do anything about it for some reason. I have no idea, but I would like to bring it to their attention again what is going on. It's a form of electronic harassment. Now, if somebody asks you or tells you or gets upset because you continuously attack, you continuously do these secret shows on Patreon, you continuously stalk and harass people on here, and you take it as an invitation for a back and forth, no, this is in game. This is in game. I don't care about this channel. I don't care about this channel. This channel, this YouTube shit, it's not more important than my family. I can go somewhere else. I disagree with the fact that YouTube has ever allowed this. I totally disagree. So the petition is in the video description box. My guess is that you may not even need to use your real name, is what I would say. If you want to make up an assumed name, I'm guessing that it would be okay for you to not use your real name. So here's what I'm going to do, though, because I think it would be worth it. I'm going to take time out of my busy schedule to put up a mashup of this guy's so-called content, how it incites hate, how he lies so much. Okay, he needs to get up out of here. He needs to go. He is a hater. He is upset with me because I have my own business. They already got my channel blacklisted. Okay, if your children are being threatened, you're not going to care about a YouTube channel. Okay, and you know what? There were at least 300 to 500 attacks made directly at my family by these people because of discrimination. And I'll take it all the way up to the Supreme Court. I will take it all the way up to the Supreme Court. That man's channel needs to be considered domestic terrorism. Why are these people being allowed to terrorize people and their innocent families? And then when people defend themselves, yeah. When people do anything to defend themselves, so you mean to tell me that the bad guys is running everything? I don't think so. Why this fool would be still harassing a tarot card reader and a witch is unbeknownst to me. You know, my witchcraft don't necessarily work on somebody's thirst and desperation for content. Okay, that's not what you can't necessarily stop people from making content about you, because trust me, all of the work has been put in so that this person would stop bringing up people's name, stop using people's family photos, stop harassing people. This has been going on for far too long. Far too long. Okay? I believe that if you have, especially if you have unpaid child support and you sitting around all day on YouTube making $10 a day, that's enough to send you to jail altogether. I am a responsible mother. I take care of 4 children and a grandbaby. I just lost my mother. I am at the end of my rope with it. The day that my mother died was end game for these people. By the way, if you get buddy with somebody that's making videos about you, it is the same thing. That is considered to be conspiracy. Okay? And it's been a repeated question, repeated answer, repeated. Stop talking about me. Don't say anything about this person. Don't say anything about that person. Stop using my family's photos. Stop harassing people. Over and over again. These people expected me to go into hiding just because they existed. I'm supposed to limit myself because of them. So, you know what, guys? I'm taking a break from YouTube. I will come on here and announce my Anchor channel or podcast. I'm going to be doing like tarot podcasts. I know that I'm going to be on Instagram, and I'll just come over here and say, hey, I got readings going up. I'm sorry, guys, but I have got to take a step back. I am not an employee of YouTube. Okay, I am an independently owned, privately owned small business. And my company has been under attack by haters for 6 years. And I have had it. I have completely had it. So make sure y'all sign the petition. It doesn't matter if YouTube wants their little entertainment. That's fine. You think it's entertaining what these people are doing? I don't agree. It's toxic. It's disgusting. It should not be on the airwaves. They would not allow this on WGN. So why should it be allowed on YouTube? I don't talk like that. I don't feel the need to ever throw my hands at nobody. And I'm tired of it. I have had enough of it. But they should know while they at it, it's called an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, get some peace and some solace. Okay, maybe I'll record stuff on Anchor and upload it here later. Okay. I am officially going to be taking a huge break from YouTube. Seriously. Who is this? Oh, hey. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Thank you. I appreciate the positive feedback. I am a very positive person. It's very difficult to be positive when people are talking about your children, when people are throwing stuff at your children. Okay? So, sign the petition. I'm going to go to outside sources to get the petition signed as well. I will be advertising the petition. And I will be, as soon as I get at least 100 signatures, I will be submitting it to YouTube.com's executives to have this man banned, as well as Patreon to have him banned. When you are trafficking children, because he trafficked my son for 3 to 4 years straight, and I don't forgive him for it. No, I don't. I have the right to choose who to forgive and who not to forgive. I have a choice in that matter. And I don't choose to forgive him, and I want him gone off of YouTube. Also, it's repeated racism, racist words towards black people, genocide, totally disgusting people. And I don't know how to bow down to nobody. I don't know how to bow to anybody. I don't know how to do that. It's not in my blood. I don't have to. I feel that I have more of a right to be here than they do. It should have stopped in 2019. That's when it should have stopped. I was busy with a lot of other things. Then not only that, coincidentally, my information ended up on the dark web. So they're doing more, and I'm not afraid of them at all. Okay, I'm just letting you know I'm not afraid. You either stand for something, or what do they call that? You got to stand up to people like that. You can't let people bully you and back you into a corner. Okay? It's got to stop. But now it's too late. I just want him simply banned from, I couldn't believe Patreon. Patreon, I do not have a Patreon. Sorry, y'all. I do not have a Patreon anymore because I don't agree with Patreon at all. Okay? And so, really, to be honest with you, I would love to leave YouTube. I would love to leave YouTube. They act like leaving YouTube is a bad thing. Because I don't agree with what YouTube allows either, which is discrimination, harassment, and slander. So I will be writing YouTube a very strongly worded letter today, telling them about the petition, telling them about this person that continues with this evil, this sinister behavior. As far as I'm concerned, everybody is over it. So I'm gonna alert y'all to Anchor and a couple of other sites I'm going to be using where you can find my readings. I'm not dealing with it anymore. It's either me or these trashy people. Because I shouldn't have ever had to been. There was a reason why I was involved. I know the reason. We've all moved on, and that is the end. At some point, this guy should have had enough humility and self-respect and dignity to say, you know what? I'm going to show some respect and I'm not going to do it anymore. But he refused to do that. This man is so sick, he compared a grown man to an 8-year-old. So, hey, y'all support people attacking little children? Right. Okay. So, like I said, I'm gonna go. It's time for me to go. Because anybody threaten me, you're going to regret it for the rest of your damn life. I promise you, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. Wow. Sorry, y'all, I'm watching 6 Feet Under right now. I'm just kind of like, wow, I forgot he had said that to her. All right. Anyway, y'all, I got to go. I'll be back to let y'all know where you can find my readings. I don't want nothing to do with this shit. YouTube.com is disgusting to allow this to go on. If YouTube.com would take responsibility, it wouldn't be all this back and forth, because I am sick and tired of coming down off of my high horse, off of my cloud for these people. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. The petition is in the video description box. Sign it if you want. Don't sign it. I'm going to put this on unlisted, and I'm going to share it in my community tab. And then I'm going to put up one more community posting. I do want to do the members only readings that I promised. But other than that, I am taking a complete break. This platform has become so toxic that I don't even want to watch the movies that I've bought on this platform. In fact, I'd love to get all of my money back for all of the movies that I have purchased from youtube.com. All right, y'all, gotta go.